Hello, hello. How are you doing? I I mean, I started work with a company out of Illinois, and as it is always, new company have interest in new things when I'm on paperwork applications. In Illinois, Chicago area, there are always new schemes going on. It's like you see that a Nigerian prince scams people pretending to be head of the government in Nigeria. I have a $500 billion I need to transfer out of the country. If you help me, you get 30% of that money. All I need is your bank account information so I can give it to my bank so they can send the money over, and then you get your percentages and many other ways to steal the money from your account. They have no intention, they have no money to share it with you. The whole promise is that once you give them your account detail, they will use that to wipe out your entire account. And this is what I'm seeing. This is the old stuff, right? Everybody knows there's a scams. Everybody aware. I think most people are aware. And this is an employment scams going on in the United States. The first time I saw was in 2010. I thought it was just one company that have issues, engaging in a bad business, but throughout the years, I come across this all the time. And what I'm talking about here is an employer, a company, big companies, company that have over $10-15 million a year. That's how much they make a year. They charge in employees. They hold basically, and it's called an escrow, as you can see it on the screen. Each employee, let's say they have 100 employees. Each employee, they hold money from each employee every week until they get to a certain amount of, let's say they hold from your paycheck $200 a week until it reach 2,500, and then they do that for the next for each and every employee. So $250 a week from each employee paycheck, they will hold it. The company will hold it. They will keep it until that amount reach 2,500. How they do this legally? Nobody challenged them in court. A lot of these individual small employees pieces, employees are like a small puzzles of pieces. Each person is struggling with their own lives and occupy with things in their life. They don't have time or the resources. A lot of them have time, but they don't have the resources or the mental conscious awareness of what's happening around them. They think this is normal, because imagine you work for Swift or JB Hunt or CRST or UPS, company that have multi-million dollar companies telling you this is okay, this is a normal way of doing business, this is what we taking this money from you to protect our equipment. You have that name badge, the badge that you have, the uniform that we give you. If it gets dirty, if you don't return it when you quit the job, we have to use the money we take from your paycheck to replace that uniform. Or if you damage equipment while you're working here in our company, we're gonna use that money to pay insurance premium to cover just the complete nonsense. And imagine if they have 500 employees, and each of them were their check, their employment wages were deducted from their paycheck. This is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you 2 pages of a application. I take it out of application that I was filling out this evening, and it shows what I'm talking about. It make it look like it's justifiable ways of stealing your money, and I don't want to show the company's name yet. So if you can see this, see how it says policies, procedures, and discipline. And I'm gonna try to highlight it so you can see. Get a blue color, and so you see how it says right there. I don't know if you can see it up there, but oh shoot. There are something they're talking about accidents, for example. On here they talk about report accidents, right? Let me zoom it out. Should I zoom out? Whoa, it's not allowing me to zoom out. Okay, I should be able to zoom out. So accidents, so they charging the employees, assuming a lot of people think if a company if there is an accident on the company property, let's say they have 50 employees working and one of them crash into the loading dock or crash into into some garbage or something, you would assume, most people, this is in the minds of the general public, that if something happened and the company have insurance to cover their expense or their damage, whatever damage that happened in the company, they don't hold the employee hostage until the employee pays for whatever damage that is. Normally that's not legal. What's legal is the company cover themselves by having insurance, and then the insurance, if it's huge damage, otherwise they just fix whatever it is and move on. But this is not the case with this company. Look what they have. All those money that you see what this $1,500 charge. Oh man, I need something smaller to highlight with. Just trying to think. Oh man, I'm running out of charge too. So on the first page it talks about policies, procedure, and discipline. Accident, this is just one topic. Report accident immediately. In dispatch, gather all information as requested. Report and ticket immediately. Gather all information as requested. Report and tickets immediately. Follow all instructions, including DOT drugs and alcohol testing. Drivers must report to the office within 2 weeks to sign driver statement. If the accident is non-preventable, the driver will be suspended until investigation complete. If the accident is preventable, it's DOT recordable, driver will be terminated, and they will hold the paycheck from the driver up to $1,500 from the truck. Let's say if the damage is to the truck, and if the damage is to the trailer, they will hold up to $500 from your paycheck, and then up to $1,000. So as you can see, and then it goes to the second subsection, If the accident is preventable, then it's not DOT recordable. The driver will be placed on probation and will pay the following deductions: auto liability up to $1,500, cargo up to $500, trailer up to $1,000 per unit. Tractor, meaning is a truck. Tractor is a truck. Trailer is just a 53-foot trailer. Each of them, they want you to pay. They will keep your money, $1,000 from you for the any damage to trailer. This could be arbitrary, meaning that the company, let's say the company already have your money. Every week they will deduct from your paycheck $400 every week. Remember, a lot of truck drivers, they make about $1,500 to $2,000 a week, right? So if they notice there is a scratch on the truck, whether scratch is done by you or anybody else, they will deduct the money from your paycheck. So instead of getting the $1,500, you will get, it depending on what they assess the damage is. If they think the damage is $1,500, you will get zero, no money for that week. And then if we go down to the third page, the third section, roadside inspections. Roadside inspection is done by the government agencies, by the Department of Transportation in the United States. Highway patrol people, the police, they do this. They're looking for unsafe equipment to protect the public from bad equipment. Like if somebody is driving around with the trucks or vehicles with no brakes, for example, because they're cheap and they don't want to fix their equipment, and they can cause accident, run over pedestrian and kill somebody. They can run over kids and kill somebody. They can run over innocent people and kill somebody, and they can damage properties. Like they can run into the grocery store because they can't stop the vehicle that they're driving, and they can't slow down and stop on time because they don't have the proper brakes. So this is what they do on when the highway patrol or agencies that's in charge of doing roadside inspection, they're looking for unlicensed business that don't have licenses. They have no business to be on the road to begin with. They don't have the proper equipment. The brakes no good. The truck's no good. They, instead of having a 40,000 pound, they have 80,000 pound. Let's say some truck. Every truck have restrictions, weight restrictions. Some of them you can have up to 27,000 pound on the road, meaning that you can have the truck weigh. You can carry something. You can carry something inside the truck that weighs, let's say, with the truck, a limit of 27,000 pound. And if it's more, if that's supposed to be the legal limit, but you have 45,000 pound, if you're carrying 45,000 pound on the road, that would be it's not within your legal limit. You exceeded the legal limit for that truck. That truck is 27,000 pound. That's the legal limit. If you're carrying 40,000 pound, you're not supposed to be on the road because that truck is designed to carry 27,000 pound, and it's unsafe to drive on the road. If there is any accident, the truck is not designed to stop. It's not designed to be maneuvered with that kind of weight. So those are the responsibility of the company. Think about it. The company is the one who's making the money from these things. Each delivery of these trucks you see on the highway or on the road, the company makes $10,000 from one truck every single week. So 4 weeks, right? $40,000 from those trucks you see on the road. The driver makes what? $1,500 to $2,000 if they're lucky. But this is what the company is doing. Look at this. Look at what is on this screen. and share it with your friend if you can. Look at what they charge in drivers. Roadside inspections. Let's say in roadside inspection, if the government discover something, if the government discover equipment violation, meaning that if the equipment is not up to the standard of the licensing agencies, and they issue a citation for that equipment, the company will take the driver's money. They will hold on this one. It says the first violation, they will fine drivers, and they use the government legal language, like on this document. They will take $100 fine from the driver's paycheck, and they're gonna give the drivers verbal warning. What is the driver to be warning? Why are you giving the drivers a warning? It's your equipment. You're supposed to fix it. The driver doesn't need warning. You are the one that should get fined and should be given a warning, not the driver. And in the second violation, they say $100 fine, $100 taken from the driver paycheck, and then another written warning. And then the third violation of the company equipment, within 6 months, they will take the drivers. They will take $1,000 from the drivers. See the last one right here. And then they will fire the drivers. This is amazing to me. And I don't know why the highway patrol people are not going after these kind of companies. This is a fraud. It is a fraud crime committed by companies. This is not. Big companies don't do this. UPS don't do this. I worked for UPS before. When I was, you have a regular employment application, old school. You never see anything like this. You never see anything like this. If there is policies and procedures, discipline, it normally control the behavior, performances, equipment training type of things that will be addressed in this. There is nothing that say, if you do this, if nobody take the money from the employees. They don't say, while you're driving and the government pull you over and give you a citation, we also gonna give you citations. Who are these people? They don't have the authority to do that. This responsibility is put at the hands of the government agencies that are designated for traffic enforcement, for equipment enforcement, for business code type of stuff. These private companies they can't do that. They take these things to court, for example, no competent judge is going to uphold this, because private companies cannot. They have no jurisdictions to issue citations and withhold the employee wage from the employees. And this is what I was seeing earlier. I saw a couple of lawyers answering these specific questions, and I'm trying. Okay, let's see. Oh my, I'm not sure where that is, because I was looking at this. I thought I saw some lawyers answering these questions. Here you go. This is what it was asking. Employers set up an escrow account for all employees that they are entitled to. So basically, the company will call it an escrow account. This is the money that were deposited into the company account from employees. It's not really deposited, but because nobody is voluntarily taking your money, they're taking your money whether you like it or not, because they will deduct it from your paycheck. So the employer is asking if an escrow can be set up. So this is a lawyer. This guy is a lawyer from Ohio, old guy. He's been a lawyer for a very long time. As you can see, Bruce, his name is Bruce. He say, while it's not entirely clear if escrow account is taking some portion of a currently paid deposit into an account that would be paid to the employee, provided the employee gives notice that there are problems with the proposal. He said there are problems with these issues. If employer is putting additional money in pot, they mean that if the company is taking money from the employee paycheck, and the company is also putting their own money into this account for the protection of their equipment, this could probably legal. He said this could probably be legal. And then he said it is probably a good idea to take any papers or descriptions. See employment attorney near you to review this proposal. You can select one near you. And then the second lawyer, his name is Robert. This guy is also from Ohio. His answer is earned wages cannot be withheld upon termination of employment. He say the wages cannot be held. The company cannot take the employees' money when they be fired, or if let's say you left the company cannot hold your check, saying that for any reason. It would be this guy say, this is an attorney, old guy. They've been doing this is what they do for a living. He say which would include wages, bonuses, and commission. What you describe sound like more like an incentive payment for providing notice before you leave. They sound perfectly legal in the matter which the money is set aside. Escrow regular company as it will be making no difference. He said, I do fail to see making payment information would be lawful. So anyway, be very, very, very careful. This is craziness going on. And if you want to, if you're an attorney, I want to know what you think is. This is out of Illinois, but this is throughout the entire. This is going on throughout the entire United States, where I'm talking about this kind of stuff. You see this? If accident is preventable, DOT, the whatever will be terminated, blah blah, and then they will charge. Will pay the following deduction. In reality, the driver is not paying anything. The money is taken from the drivers, from the employees. The driver is an employee, remember. If the money is taken from the employee by force, the company is keeping the paycheck. And this is the reason in that they're going to keep your paycheck. And they list these big numbers on the side, as you can see. And what is this one say? Failure to report trailer damage, blah blah. It is their equipment. Imagine you live in an apartment and the property manager tells you have to go outside and do an inspection of this property. If we find any kind of a scratch of this building, you didn't tell us, we're gonna charge you $1,500 on top of your paycheck. Otherwise, you're gonna get evicted. You won't put up with that. You will say, you know what, I'm gonna go find some other place to live. In the meantime, I'm not your that's your responsibility. You are the one who's in charge of this building. I'm not gonna be financially responsible for the damage that existed on your building that I didn't personally cause. This is amazing thing, and I think there are more pages of this. Is holy shit. Let's see. This is a second page. It's moving violation. Moving violation. If you're driving a truck and the police pull you over, or for whatever reason, you get and the company will hold $200 from your paycheck. So the government already give you a ticket, and you fight in the ticket, whether you get in the ticket wrong or right. But the company also going to withhold $200 of your paycheck for that week. Not only that, you have to pay the lawyer to fight the ticket, you also have to, you're gonna lose $200 because the company is taking that $200. And then if the drive, if somebody, if your friend is riding with you, we're gonna take we're gonna withhold, we're gonna take your paycheck, $500 from your paycheck. And it's just amazing. Let me know if you're an attorney. I want to know the answer to this kind of issues. If you're an attorney, employment attorney who deals with this kind of stuff, I need to just know the legality of these issues. If you could help. Otherwise, enjoy your everybody enjoy your day. Hope everything is going well. I will follow up on this weekly with this company that I started, see how things turn out. And thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and follow this journey, and we'll keep you updated with what's going on. Thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. If I can figure out how to get out of this thing.